I have been with Healthcare Partners for probably 2 years, and my experience has been absolutely terrific. When I go to a specialist, my records follow me. There's no need to actually provide any additional information. They know what's happened in my primary care doctor's office.
Become a healthcare partner today. Medicare open enrollment starts October 15 and ends December 7. Learn more about how you can become a healthcare partner at hcpnv.com.
News 46 is brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 751-0349. News is also brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget.
Tonight on News 46, a ribbon cutting is held at a new business. Stop signs are installed at a few dangerous intersections. The All People's Breakfast will be held soon at the Pahrump Nugget. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell and Jason Koblenz. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Friday, January 10th, 2014. I'm Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. Several stop signs have been installed at 2 intersections throughout the town. A notice was put up prior to the installation on Calvada and Blagg, and another at Bell Vista and Blagg. The stop signs have now officially been installed at these 2 dangerous intersections, which now make them 4-way stops. Local residents will see more air traffic during the military's scheduled Red Flag exercises. Red Flag is a realistic combat training exercise involving the airspace and cyber forces of the United States and its allies. The exercise is hosted north of Pahrump on the Nevada Test and Training Range, the U.S. Air Force's premier military training area with more than 15,000 square miles of airspace and 2.9 million acres of land. With 1,900 possible targets, realistic threat systems, and an opposing enemy force that cannot be replicated anywhere else in the world, more than 125 aircraft are scheduled to depart Nellis Air Force Base twice a day, and aircraft may remain in the air for up to 5 hours. Red Flag exercises will be held January 27th through February 14th. The annual All People's Breakfast will be held at the Pahrump Nugget on Martin Luther King Day.
Okay, it's going to take place on Monday, January 20th. It's at 8:30 in the morning over at the Pahrump Nugget. And the tickets are $15 ahead of time, and I don't have the phone number with me right now, but this is a scholarship fundraiser every year. A group, the Martin Luther King Scholarship Committee, gets together and they put on this breakfast fundraiser every year, and it's to raise money for scholarships for high school students. And every year they give out a couple $1,000s in scholarships plus book scholarships, and obviously it's a day to remember, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, and so we want to have a celebration to remember him and honor him and kind of talk about that legacy, and so we have a lot of different volunteers that take place. We have different pastors, we have AmeriCorps volunteers, we have Key Club volunteers. We're going to award a couple of youth organizations for their work with volunteering and community service, and so it'd be breakfast and music and prayer and just
lots of entertainment too, right?
Yeah, a lot of different music. There'll be readings about that were written in honor of Martin Luther King, and then he said also it's a day of service, marked as a service, so that's why we have so many different volunteers helping out with it, and it's also one of those things that he really talked about, as far as changing this world and bringing us all together, and one of the power of volunteering and community service and taking care of our neighbors and loved ones. So
you also have a performer who also does the I Have a Dream speech.
Yes, that's Reverend Richard Lewis. He goes by Minister Richard Lewis, and he comes from Las Vegas, and he does the whole speech from memory, and you walk out of there and you're ready to go. So he's very, very powerful. So.
And a lot of local performers.
Yeah, well, out here for this particular one, we just have some local people that are going to be offering some readings and things like that. But he's the big guy that comes out from Las Vegas for us. So, but it's amazing.
It is
amazing.
This is a well-attended event, so people should get their tickets in advance.
Yes, it's always sold out. I mean, it's wall-to-wall people. So there will be tickets, I'm sure, but hopefully, I guess I'll give my phone number today because I don't have the flyer with me. So if anybody needs some tickets, before then, you call me at 775-297-2556.
And then what date and time is it again?
It's Monday, January 20th. It's at 8:30. It begins at 8:30, and it's at the Prump Nugget, the ballroom.
Don't go anywhere. Much more local news after this break.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Albertsons. You're in for something fresh.
And welcome back to News 46. Here's the conclusion of our conversation with Albert Tarragano, who is the grandfather of Dominic Bradley. 2-year-old Dominic died after allegedly being beaten by his mom's boyfriend, who is being held on murder charges in the Macon County Jail in Decatur, Illinois, where the incident occurred.
And no one saw this coming. I mean, Alexis was working. She worked 4 doubles in a row at her new job so that she can make the rent. And she gets a phone call from the police saying this happened, so she had no clue.
Alexis worked with troubled children. Let's talk about the day that this happened. How did you find out what happened?
My wife initially received a phone call from Alexis, distraught, because she got a call from the Decatur Police Department saying that she needed to rush there right away, that Dominic had supposedly choked and was unresponsive. So she needed to get to the police department right away. When she got there, she found otherwise and was held for questioning. So, and obviously she didn't have any answers because she was at work. They called her from work. So my daughter's telling us this on the phone, and then we get news that it was something else, and we needed to fly out. So we flew out. Thank God for my family and my friends. My wife's cousin gave us 2 tickets to fly out there one way. And then my cousin loaned me the money so I could get back, because with me starting a new job, we didn't have the funds to get out there either. So we flew out, and we got there New Year's Eve at like 11:35. And when we got there at 11:35, we got a phone call from Alexis saying that the doctor said that his brain was unresponsive and that he wasn't breathing on his own, and that they had to take him off the ventilator to see if he'd breathe on his own, and he expired.
I can't even imagine. I'm so sorry.
I can't imagine it either. Like I said, if it wasn't for my friends and my family and my church family, God bless them, they've been helping so much. We had a fund set up. Originally we had a fund set up at GoFunds for Dominic that my daughter-in-law set up, and someone wrongly accused her through GoFunds of trying to finagle the money out of the funds. And before they could send us all the money out of the funds for Alexis, they actually wound up shutting down the fund completely on her. So I had to go in as a moderator and start a new fund. And it's just, it's at GoFunds, and it's Funds for Dominic Bradley, or Dominic Bradley Funds. And anybody who has my Facebook page can go, and I've got the link on my Facebook page.
These accounts, and we just need to preface this with this, these accounts are monitored. Anybody that puts money into the accounts for bank accounts, they do, at the end of the year, they will see what the money was used for. So rest assured that if you're helping out Lexi during this time and helping with Dominic's burial, because is he cremated now? Is he coming back to prom?
They were going to cremate him, and something happened where they had to put a stop to it. I'm not going to mention that because I don't want to throw sticks or throw stones, but they had to stop it for a little bit. But they are definitely going to cremate him sometime this week. The coroner's office said they're not going to wait any longer. They are going to do it. It had something to do with Alexis's divorce, and they had to make sure that everything was okay on both ends, and they looked at the divorce papers, and it was.
And our hearts go out to everyone involved in that. A ribbon cutting was held at a new business in town called All Fired Up.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming out today for our latest ribbon cutting of our newest member. I'm here with Angela Kello, who is the owner of All Fired Up Pottery Studio. And what a wonderful day and what a wonderful place. So if you get an opportunity, please afterwards come talk to Angela. She gave me a little tour, and what a wonderful place. So at this time, Angela, would you please cut the ribbon?
Hold it tight.
We'll get it.
I've been with the Chamber of Commerce in Seattle for 20 years, and they brought me a lot of business in my other venture there. So it does mean a lot to me here.
Let's talk about what you have to offer here at your store here on Commercial Drive.
We have pottery classes, we have ceramic classes, we have fire, water, and finesse, which is painting with a professional and drinking a libation or two. We have a lot of ceramics to choose from. We have classes for children, educational art classes, and we have a whole event center to have your events at, the Red Hats and things.
So you can have like little parties here, right?
Absolutely. You can have parties here. You can have the fire, water, and finesse as a party, and you can do different courses.
Also a great gift idea too as well.
Oh, absolutely. Gift certificates.
So people can come in. What's the hours of operation here at the store?
It's 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday, or Tuesday through Saturday, I'm sorry.
And then also the phone number?
775-727-5057.
Yeah, get down to All Fired Up. You know, I thought I was being original when she was making that clay mold. I started singing the theme song to the movie Ghost. She says everybody does that. Anyways, Nye County has reportedly filed a lawsuit against the owner of Big Cat Encounters, Carl Mitchell, and property owner Ray Milzinski. The county is demanding the immediate removal of the animals Mitchell has on the property owned by the Flagman on Woodchips Road, which includes 11 big cats. Mitchell said he can claim a hardship, a waiver to a conditional use permit. He added other exotic animal owners here in town don't have conditional use permits, which is discrimination against him. Federal officials say a troubled Las Vegas psychiatric hospital isn't meeting standards and could lose Medicare funding if problems aren't fixed within 2 weeks. The Federal Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services sent a letter to Southern Nevada Mental Health Services threatening to cut the funds by April 7th. An inspection on November 8th found Rawson Neal Psychiatric Hospital is not meeting requirements related to its governing body, nursing services, quality assurance, and performance improvement programs. We'll be back after the break with more local news.